Hello everyone, welcome back to David at Go Hobbies. Right, in my last video I talked about what you think and how you can get a reaction from ETs or their craft. Now, in this video I'm going to talk along similar lines about the supernatural, paranormal, UFOs and stuff like that. My personal thinking is, when you pick a subject, just to give an example, God. I'm not trying to disprove it. I'm not trying to prove it. But here's my take on it. Right? And that's this. If there really was a God, why does he let all the suffering happen in this world? If there really is a God, right? Why is he letting wars happen? What about if we had the what's the word I'm looking for? Theory about, is God an extraterrestrial? Supposing, let's say, God is a figment of imagination, you can pull it apart as much as you like. How do you enhance this entity? You pray. You actually pray, and the energy that from praying manifests. It's about what you're saying and what you're doing, your feelings makes the difference. In another video I'll tell you a bit more things about people's abilities, what they don't know about. So when people pray in a church, you are praying and having a worship towards God. So let's just call God an entity. So you are praying to this entity through a belief system. Whether you believe it or whether you don't believe it, that's what people do. And the way I see it is this: the more you put energy into it, the stronger it will get. Because I feel that possibly God is an entity, a supernatural being that has the ability to create things, because that's how I believe it. The trouble is, it's like believing in God, isn't it? Your belief system of believing in something and you want it to be. So by believing, you're infusing the entity with energy. You're thinking about it. And the more you think about it, it becomes stronger. But there's other things along a similar line that can be done, which can cause other entities to become into being. And the other thing is, what people don't realise is, when you resonate that energy, it's about creating something. It can be in this dimension, it can be in another dimension. It depends how much bleed you get from both sides. And the way I see it is that If God bear with me for a minute, please. Sorry about that, I could hear something outside. It's raining, that's why.
System startup.
And sorry, it's the truck talking, because I turned the ignition on. It says caution, and then it says system startup because I turned the power on. I've just turned it off. It's about your belief system, as I was saying, and what you want to create with your beliefs. Excuse me. You could say it's a figment of imagination. I wouldn't call it that. I'd call it how much energy is being put into something that manifests itself into a being or an energy as such. There's different forms of energy. It's like, when I say different forms, given the basic, what I'm talking about is us as a human being, me as a human being, right? My spirit, my energy lives within inside me. When people die, that energy is released. I think it's about 21 grams of matter that when someone dies, there's a difference in weight. I might be wrong in that actual figure, but that's what I've been told. And the thing is, that energy, right, is a life force. It's what we class as a soul, the energy of the body. Pardon me. And the problem being is that it departs this body and then goes to where, it goes to wherever it wants to. I'm no scientist, and I just have my theories about what's going on. You could say where it goes is back into the ether, or it could go back to the earth, or it could go back into the spiritual consciousness, as such, as you call it. When we talk about UFO stuff, it's very easy to go off track into a specific tangent, and that's what we've done. So it's very easy not to sort of it's so many vast subjects, but by me trying to describe it to you, right, but it's all interlinked. And the thing is, your soul, my soul, everyone else's soul, including animal souls, we're all interlinked. It's energy. And when you pray, you're giving off energy, right? You're transmitting that energy in a vibrational state by what you're saying. That is energy. What I'm doing now is energy. So what you think is energy, is a frequency that's given off, and your thoughts are a pattern of frequency. It's, you can call it positive charges, negative charges if you want to be particular, but it resonates at a certain frequency. So this is where it gets a bit complicated, and that's this. What we say, what we do, what we think, and what happens all interacts with our energy, ourselves. We are a multi-dimensional being, but we are in this frequency dimension. and we resonate in this space. So you're thinking, okay, if ETs are coming to this world and ETs are going out of this world, how do we see them? It's about them coming into our frequency and them interacting with us in our energy fields and stuff like that. If they was in their own, you would not be able to see their presence because they're not on the same frequency as what we are. And when I say you get a frequency bleed over, is between the two dimensions. You've got one resonating frequency, say 100,000 million hertz, and you've got another one resonating at 101 million hertz or whatever. Yeah, there's a slight frequency change, right? But not only that, this one can go into that one and that one can go into that one, but they can't be both together because that's that frequency and that's that frequency, and you get a bleed between the two. Whether you believe me or you don't, that's for you. I know what I know, and this is what I believe, and you take away from it what you want, because at the end of the day, there's far more clever people out there than me. But I'm just telling you what I think and what I know and how I feel. I'd like you to participate by leaving a comment down below and let me know what you think. But in the next video I'll tell you a bit more about what I think and stuff like that. Now, many people are skeptical about this subject, understandably. They can't see it, they can't touch it, they can't feel it, they don't believe it. A bit like God really, isn't it? You can't see him, you can't feel him, you can't touch him, but he's there. And there we go. Thank you for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.